Yeah, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be showing you how to get design inspirations, therefore you'll be able to finish your design work within the shortest period of time. Yeah, there are some times where I had to design a number of flyers overnight. There's a time where I had to design about 3 to 4 flyers in the middle of the night because I have to deliver the flyers by morning, though you can consider that as working under pressure. However, it is not a client job. So if I'm designing for clients, so definitely I can't put myself under pressure. But then the fact was that I needed to design the flyer for my church. So as a result of this, so I had to just sacrifice my sleep. So I was able to design 3 flyers within few hours. Yeah, I didn't really spend up to 4 hours. Yeah, I don't think so. So I was able to design those flyers, and then they were catchy because I got a lot of comments from those flyers. But then you'll be wondering, how was I able to just design about 3 to 4 flyers within that short period of time? Yeah, it was successful simply because I already see designs from social media platforms or from social media generally. So I saw inspiration from Instagram, I saw from Facebook, I saw from Pinterest. So ensure you stay glued to your screen so that you can effectively learn the idea behind getting catchy inspirations for your next or subsequent flyer designs. Without further ado, let's proceed. Alright, so one of the best websites that I mainly use to get inspirations is Pinterest. So I'm going to type Pinterest. Okay, so Pinterest.com. So Pinterest is a website that is exceptional. Yeah, whether you're a graphic designer, a fashion designer, name it. Whatever skill you have, you can easily get inspiration from Pinterest. So one thing you must always remember as a creative person is that nothing is new. Whatever flyer design or whatever flyer design project that has been given to you by a client has already been done by other graphic designers. Yeah, people that are way better than I am, people that are way better than you are, that have done such design. So creativity is nothing new. However, in a true definition of creativity, it is simply checking a number of created objects or substances and then looking for areas which were meant to have been amended, or areas or certain elements that are not supposed to have been implemented on the design, therefore excluding it in your design, and also checking those designs, checking out for areas that has to be added that was not added on the design. So this is just basically what creativity is. So in other words, it's just your ability to look for what is missing in a set of flyers, and then in your own flyer you have to include it. And then there's tendency that in those flyers, certain things which were missing will have to be included in yours. So that's simply what creativity is. So there is nothing new under the sun. So here's the interface of Pinterest. So if you see that, you can see that as I'm scrolling, a number of flyer designs are being shown on my page here. That's simply because what I use Pinterest majorly for is to search for design inspirations. Yeah, nobody brought creativity from heaven. You actually learned on it. So the more time you spend with your design tool, the better you become. So you can see a lot of amazing and mouth-watering designs. So let's say you are looking to design a laundry flyer. So I'm going to simply type laundry flyer design. So you can see a number of stunning designs that have been created by other creatives. So you just have to simply take your time and then study the alignment, study the white spaces, study the images that were being used in those designs. So you can see that so far I've been scrolling in almost all the flyers we have seen so far as washing machine. Yeah, if you noticed, yes, majority of the flyers, in fact all of the flyers that I've seen so far here have what washing machine. And that's to simply tell you that when you are designing a laundry flyer design for a client, there's necessity for you to put um those equipment that are associated with laundry. As a laundry person, you need a washing machine, which is definite, a pressing iron. You'll be needing to show forth clothes, and that's a proof that yes, this is what you do. And then when you continue scrolling, you can see clothes. Yeah, so major elements that we can find on these designs are washing machine. We can see detergent, can find a number of clothes or folded clothes. Then what else can we find? Yeah, we can see water elements. Yeah, you can see water elements around the design. So how then can you implement, or how then can you use this design? Because even though as you are looking at the designs, there's tendency that once you open your design software, which is Pixel that is, I'm talking about Pixel in this particular video. Probably in any software you are using, it works for any software, whether it is Photoshop, whether you are using Canva. It's effectively will this idea will effectively work for you. So you can see, but how then can you implement this? So once you have checked a number of flyer design, so I would advise you download those flyers. So once you click on the three dots here, you'll be shown an option to download. So I've downloaded it first. Just scroll through and find flyers that are catchy to you. Then you save it, download them. Okay, so this also looks attractive. I'm going to download this now. So let's download one more, and then we'll go to how we can implement these flyer designs that we have downloaded. So you might have heard people say model good designs. So what they are simply trying to say is that check out a number of designs related to whatever design project you're about to carry out. So once you check out a number of flyers, pick out ideas from those flyers that you are seeing, and then implement your creativity, that is, attach those new things that were supposed to have been inputted by the creative of those designs you checked. So what I'm simply saying is that now that I've downloaded 3 designs, so let's go to our search bar so we can search some of the elements that we're using. So in order to ensure that this particular video is short, because I wouldn't like to make this video too long, so you'll be able to watch to the end and simply implement the video. So you search for washing machine PNG. So you can see a number of washing machine images. So let's click on more images. Okay, so you can see a number of them. So we are looking for PNG images. Some of the websites I would recommend is PNG Wing. You can see this PNG Wing. Most of their images come with transparent background, especially if you inserted PNG when you were searching for the image or element that you need. Also, PNG image usually have transparent background as well. Then also PNG Find. So you simply click on the site and then you download the image you want. So now when we check a number of laundry flyer, we also saw that we found folded clothes. So you search for folded clothes PNG. So ensure you add PNG if you want the images to be in a transparent background. So you can see, just scroll through and then find anyone that suits you, and then you can click on the image, then you visit their website to download the image that you need. Right, so once that is done, then you go back again and search for the next element that you want for your design. Let's say the water splash PNG. Then you carefully check for whatever suits your taste, and then you download. So let me visit PNG Egg. PNG Egg is also a good website for downloading images with transparent background. So let's visit their site and download from them. So if this is your first time visiting my channel, so I simply post contents that are related with graphic design as well as other contents that use with making money with your smartphone. So do not forget to click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you get notified anytime I post new videos. And if you find this video valuable, there are millions of persons out there who would have loved to see a video like this. So do not hold back, please ensure you also share with them so that they can benefit as well. So I'm going to download this now, then click on verify. So N6FB. So I have it downloaded already. Let me show you how you can effectively design this flyer within the shortest possible time. So you open your Pixellab software or whatever software you're using for your design, and then you simply come in. So let's import the designs that we downloaded. So these were the designs I downloaded. Okay, so this is the first. The second. Let's import the third. And here's the third flyer. So if you are looking to find out what font was used on this particular set of flyers, you can check through my channel. I already created and uploaded a video on how you can find the fonts that are being used in any design either you downloaded them online or you took pictures of them offline, you can effectively make use of that particular website to get the name of the font, and then you can download it. So you can scroll through my channel so that you can find that video. Alright, so now let me hide these three designs now. Okay, now that I have hid them, so what I would like to do is that now, if you noticed from the three flyer designs, you can see that the major colors that are being used are blue and white. And why is this? Because blue and white has a great connection with water. Now, even though we know that water is colorless, however, if we are to look at it, don't let us use our primary school English format, or probably what we have learned so far in school. So let's abandon the fact that water is colorless. So in our opinion, let's just say, yeah, from what we can see, it looks as if color water has a blue color and then a little touch of white. So that's the same reason why these creators made use of blue and white. Definitely, if you want to design a laundry flyer design, you are expected to make use of white and blue also. So there's nothing new. The fact that you are very good in creativity or you are just starting has nothing to do with the colors that you make use of. What you just have to do is that even if you are confused on the type of color that you are to use for your design, you can simply go out there and search for a lot of design inspirations or designs that has been created by other creators. So far, from the designs that we have seen so far, we can see that blue and white is the paramount or the most essential colors that are being used for the design. So in our design as well, we'll be making use of the blue and white. How then will you get the color, the exact color that was used on those flyers? So you can easily come to your background, then you click on color, then you click on gradients, and then you click on this plus sign. So now let me click on the fourth one here. Then on this sticker slide, let me pick color. Then I will click on this color picker in order to pick the color that I want to be the background. So let me select this particular flyer. So I would love a deeper blue, and for the lighter area, let me also select that flyer and choose the light blue. But you can see, then boom, we already have our background. So then let's look for the color that we can use for our font. So preferably let's use white. So let's say the name of the brand is Clean Up. Clean Up. So just like I said, if you want to use this exact font that was used in any of these designs, you can simply watch the video where I explain how to get the fonts that are being used on design, so you can have a better knowledge on that. So in order to make this video short, I wouldn't be explaining much on that. So you go to fonts. So let me just see a list of fonts that I have here and just select any of them for the purpose of this tutorial. So let me just see if I can find any fonts that we can just manage. So let's just manage these fonts. Let's just manage it, because yeah, it does not suit what I want, but then let's just manage it. So you can see, so you notice that there is a spacing. Now if you check this left hand side, I didn't bring it like this. It is very wrong to have your design like this, and that's what we call the white spacing. Let there be space between the end of the edges of your design. Yeah, there is a necessity to have spaces around it. So while I was explaining where to download the washing machine, do not forget that I didn't download any of the washing machine. So on my smartphone here, I have no washing machine, but for you, in as much as you are designing a flyer design that is related to water or laundry, you must have downloaded your washing machine, the folded clothes, detergents, water background or water element. So I just simply want to explain how you can model these flyers in order to have something stunning. So but then let me check if I can find a washing machine png on my phone. Okay, I found some. So let me click on this. Yeah, so let's resize this, put it somewhere here. Okay, though you can see that this the end of this flyer of this washing machine, rather, you can see the left hand side is showing that it is being cut off. So whatever washing machine you are downloading, ensure that those edges are not cut off, that you have a full image of it. But then for the sake of this tutorial, let me just manage this. Now you notice that from the set of flyer designs that we have downloaded so far, you can see that they are mostly placed at either the right hand side of the flyer, or you can effectively place it on the left hand side. Now do not forget that when I was explaining what creativity means, I actually said that in as much as the design that you have been paid to do or you have been tasked to carry out, in as much as those designs has already been created by somebody, you can simply check out what they have done. However, I said that there is a room for addition or subtraction. Yes, so if there is anything on the design that you feel it was not supposed to be, then in your design there is no need to add it. But then if you look at it and then you feel like, yeah, there are certain things that were supposed to have been added, then you can add it to your own design. So as you can see from these two designs, the washing machine were placed at the left hand side. But then for my own design, to add some touch of creativity, I can decide to leave my washing machine at the right hand side. Yeah, so it's not bad to have it here. Yeah, so I can simply lock the washing machine, and then the next thing I'll do is that I will check those flyers design again. I can bring them to the front. Let me bring them to the front so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now when you check this flyer design, right, you can see that we already include the name. So the next thing we'll be needing to add to the flyer design is if the flyer design or if the brand that you are designing for has a tagline. So what I mean by tagline is this. Let's say the brand says we clean, you wear. So this is an example of tagline. Let's look for a suitable font for it. So let me use Montserrat. Yeah, so now you notice that I'm making use of white on a blue background. Just like I said earlier, from the list of flyers that we saw, you can see that we saw those flyers to have blue and white color. Now imagine I make this color black. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't, because it is not contrasting. One thing about design is that once you have a dark background, the color of text that you're using on your design should be a light color. Now I'm not saying it should compulsorily be white, but then it should be a light color. So now I'm going to make use of white because white is the light color that can fit into blue. So I'm going to make use of the white color now. Yeah, so this is it. Let's leave it here. Don't forget that it should either be aligned. Yeah, compulsory, it has to be aligned to the left. So this will show more of your creativity. It shows how good you are with creativity. So that being said, what else do we need to include? Definitely you must have gotten whatever you need to get from your client, or whatever um whosoever gave you the task to do, or probably you are kind of practicing on your own. So you need to know some of the details that you'll be needing. Okay, so also the next thing you'll be stating is your services. Yeah, so the services of the brand. So you can add your creativity. Let's say you're adding a shape. Yeah, you can decide to curve the edges. Now I noticed that the white that we are using on this design is becoming too much, so then I can change this one to blue. So let me just pick a blue from any of the designs. Okay, so I'm coming, let's pick a deeper blue. So let's see how we can play around this. Do you work? Or let's pick a gradient blue. Nope. No, it won't work out like this. How about this? Can we run with this? Okay. Yeah, so let's go ahead with this. Or let's make it a bit lighter. So let's make this a little bit lighter, and just a bit lighter as well, so that there can be difference. Yeah, so let's run with this. So I can copy this, and then I'm going to just write services. Services. So I'm going to reduce the size of this and place it somewhere here. Okay, and then you can write what the brand offers. Let's say the wash and wear, the iron, and so on. The wash, the iron, the dry clean, or this probably dry, and the food and the wash and food. Depends. You must have gotten all these from your client's brief. So wash and wear, or wash and food, any of the options. So then you then help the client list out whatever he or she offers. That's their services. So that being said, you then check out the flyer designs again. Now you can see on this particular flyer, you can see a kind of cylindrical red, and then you can see collection points written on it. That's to tell you that if you don't want your design to have too much of white, and then you want to add probably a bit of creativity, let's say you want to add the client's contact. So now let's say the client's phone number is +234. This is just an imaginary phone number though. Let's say, okay, let me start with 70345. Don't know if the numbers are complete, but then for the sake of tutorial, let's just go ahead with this. So let's say this is it, and don't forget that in your designs, ensure that you are using a maximum of 2 fonts only. So anything more than 2 fonts is becoming something else. So you don't need to make your designs have too many fonts on them. So let's change the font to Montserrat. In my recent, I already used Montserrat before. So now I don't just want it to be plain, because it's not really bringing out the creativity that I want. Let me include another number to this. So I don't know if it's complete or it's more than 11 though. But yeah. So let's say we have it here, but I don't want it to just remain like this. It's not really catchy to me. So I'm going to add a kind of background to that phone number. So let's say we have something like this. Going to increase the radius a bit, and then I'm going to add color, so let's add the red color, or better still, let's pick the red that was used on that design. So let me just pick the red color that was used. Okay, and then I can bring the layer to the back of the phone number. So you can decide to add, let's add more radius to it for better creativity. Okay, and then we can reduce the size or the width rather. So we can reduce the width, and let's reduce the radius a bit too. Okay, so we're arriving at something. So definitely it's just for the sake of this tutorial. If not, I would have been patient enough to do more, but then this particular tutorial is getting too long. So you can simply check again for any other thing that you feel to be added. So you can download your folded clothes. You can see that this is a slant circle containing the contact of the brand. I'm talking about this flyer I imported. So you can see that place where the contact is slant. So you can simply add your creativity, but then what the focus of this particular tutorial is to help you get design inspirations. So even if you want to design a number of flyers within a week, you don't really have to rack your brain that much, simply because those designs that you want to create have been created by people. So you just have to take your time to search for good designs, and then you can check out what were used, that is the elements that were used on those designs. Then you download them from your browser so that you can implement them on your design. So then you check again if there's any other thing that needs to be added, if there's any creativity touch that you need to add to it to make it more beautiful, and then you should be able to implement that and get your design ready. So with this, I would love to end this particular video. Don't forget to click on the like button to like this video, because once you like this video and then you share, you give other persons opportunity to see this video, because YouTube will sense that this video is helpful and is needed or will be needed by every other person out there, in order to be able to get design inspirations for their subsequent design projects. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell to get notified when new videos have been uploaded. See you in the next video.